So I don't know if you guys remember when I pruned those hydrangeas back in the spring, and I grabbed a bunch of those branches that I got from them to make a trellis in a couple of my containers. Well, a few of them they actually rooted in those containers. I guess I was not anticipating that. But I left one in the container that I'm going to try and save and see if it works, just for fun. I really don't need any more hydrangeas in my garden, but if this one takes, I think that I'm going to just work on making it as a standard, if that makes sense. I'm going to be keeping it here in this container for winter. Hey buddy, hey, you're in my shot. And I didn't really fertilize it or did anything special other than give it water once in a while. And as you can see, the leaves are showing definitely lack of nutrients here, but I really like that it's taking, and I'm going to see if I can keep it there in that container for the winter, and I'll let you know next year how it goes. Whew, and here is a little bit of update on how the fine line buckthorns that I planted here a few videos ago are doing. I am really happy with how the plants are doing there, and I'm hopeful that they will do well for the winter. And as you can tell, some of them are already changing color. They look beautiful. So I'm really excited to see how they do together here.
Give me your strength and show me your weakness. We're in this together now. We're in this together now. Give me your love and tell me your secrets. 'Cause we're in this together now. Yeah, we're in this together now. No, 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 no.
So this right here, you guys, this is a beautiful clump of perennial mums that I have here. I tried to get my mums from the store to be perennials, and a lot of people say they can do that. A lot of people say they cannot. So my neighbor, she gave me a little bit of a start one spring, and this is the key. In the spring, she gave me a little bit of a start. There was like this much, that much. And what I did, I planted it, and it came back the next year. The next spring, I took a little bit more and I divided it, and then I just kept adding to it. As you can see, it's kind of additions here and there, a little bit of pieces. Putting them in the ground early in the spring allows you to have better luck with them taking on the ground, and then actually making sure you know that they come back the next year. But not all moms do that. Make sure to read the tag and make sure that it says that they could be perennial, but you have to put them in the ground really early. I know I failed several times with my moms that I will buy during the fall. You know, you see them all beautiful, and some of them actually did say they were perennials, and I put them in the ground only for them to be dead the next year. So I almost gave up on them as far as being perennials, but like I mentioned, my neighbor was graceful enough to give me a little bit of a start, and it took from there. Sometimes, you know, things like that happen where you don't plan it that way, but so my plan is that in future years, I will be dividing these plants right over here, and I will be adding them to the rest of the area underneath the hydrangeas, so that in the fall, they both together, hydrangeas and mums, look amazing.
On the balcony, no one else is home.
So the limelight hydrangeas are doing beautiful, you guys. They look amazing. I love this type of hydrangeas. They start a little bit green. The blooms start a little bit green and they turn into this off-white creamy color during the summer, and I just cannot be any happier with this type of hydrangeas. I keep them trimmed towards the bottom of the plant because I do not like how they look when they're all rounded as a plant. I like them better with a clean look at the bottom and having all the blooms on top. And I actually have a lot of videos on how I do this, so I'm going to be adding some links below. And also, if you want a little bit more detailed explanation of how this whole limelight hydrangea hedge started, I am also going to be adding links below for that. But basically, I started with huge plants at the beginning. I did not want to wait years before the plants reach this height, so I started with big plants, and from the middle of each plant I left about 4 feet of distance. So they are pretty far away, even though they look like they are closer than they are. And from the property line I left about 5 feet as well. They require no maintenance other than a couple of times a year. You gotta go there and clean the bottoms, give them a little bit of fertilizer, and that's about it. I do not trim the blooms during the winter. I actually really like how they look with all the snow on top of them, and that's what I do. I wait until early spring, and that's when I give them a really nice prune. If I left these hydrangeas here without any pruning during the early spring, they will be massive. But I gotta be able to manage them. I gotta be able to keep them, you know, to a size that I can handle them. So they gave me this beautiful, nice, natural wall. And the privacy that I get with this and the views, it's just spectacular. Right now in October, it's towards the end of October, and they are turning into this brown color, which I do not mind. I actually feel like with the fall here and everything else going around, the colors on the blooms are just what this garden needs. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I wasn't sure if you will be enjoying looking at the hydrangeas this late in the year, but I figured some of you might be interested in getting some for your own garden. So what better way than to look at how they look throughout the year, and hopefully here in the next couple of months when the snow comes, I can also show you how they look like with all of that. So until the next video. There's a lot of construction going on. I can't make videos like this.